feel like you have a real good point guard who does what you want him to do now, closing out games.
Yeah, I thought Nadir played great. To me, he got off to a rough first start. I thought he cost us a couple of possessions in the first minute, but I thought he played, good. His shot selection's good. We all know he can shoot it, and of course his ability to get the ball to guys where they can score is getting better all the time. So yeah, he's good. And I thought, Frank didn't have a chance to play as much, but that's a pretty good pair of little guards back there.
And how much is that? Your shooting percentages are so good, threes and twos. I mean, is that a large part because of the play of Nadir and the point guard position?
Yeah, I think so. We're still, the ball still sticks with us. And if you were going to, evaluate our passing, I'd still say it's below where it needs to be. Our big guys don't get touches on time, on target like they should, or they'd score more. But the guys are working at it, and they're getting better. It's not something that's natural with anybody except really Nadir. And you stop and think about it, when has Wiggs or Wayne, or I guess Wayne a little bit, and Frank ever played with a big guy? They've been used to just getting it going. So it was, they're getting better. But certainly Nadir he's a calming influence for us all.
Wiggins just playing more aggressively, consistently now.
Yeah, I think, he's been pretty good. I don't care what anybody says, he's been good all year. He just hasn't lived up to the hype, which is not fair to him because there's no way he could have. But, I don't know what he's averaging now, 16 and a half, and 6 or 7, 6 and a half, or whatever. And I said all along, his numbers are going to go up as he gets more comfortable, and he just appears to me to be more comfortable. And he's certainly being more aggressive.
You've coached all kinds of teams. How gratifying is it to see a young team like this start to develop and come along?
Well, we've had other young teams before. We started 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores when we won the league. We've lost all 5 starters and started, Ty and the twins and stuff like that. But I would say this is by far the youngest. When you think about the TCU game where you scored 91 points and 75 are by freshmen, and the other 16 are by 2 sophomores, and nobody else takes a shot. This is by far the youngest team we've had. So yeah, it's gratifying, but we haven't done anything yet. All we did was win at home tonight, but we did it against a really good team.
Was that intentional foul call? Was that the right call as far as you're concerned?
Oh, I don't have any idea. I didn't see the replay or anything like that, so I don't know.
Phil, on that play, I think you kind of ran over towards the crowd a little bit. What was your intent?
I didn't run towards the crowd.
I mean, not the crowd, the crowd of players.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought that those are the type of things where in my opinion, some guy gets knocked down and a teammate goes to stand up for him and pushing and shoving and all that stuff. And we're young. We're not the most mature group in the world, so there's been a couple of times in situations like that where we've played a role into double technicals and things like that, and I just didn't want that to happen.
When you're up 30-14 on a team like this, does it feel less secure than against most teams, just because of the way they play?
Yeah, we played as well as we could play early, and they missed shots early. But we knew that they'd. I'm not saying come all the way back, but we knew they'd make a good game out of it. And the law of averages kind of prevailed the last 10 minutes of the first half. But I don't know. After the 10-minute mark, we haven't played a team that played better than that this year than Iowa State did. I mean, they're so hard to guard, and they create matchup problems if you switch. And Fred does such a good job creating mismatches, and they can all stretch it. And that's a good basketball team. They play like that. They can. They're still in the league race, that's for sure, if they keep playing like that.
What are you seeing from Andrew as far as finding his spots in the offense to score and kind of progressing that level as far as, not hunting for shots, but finding good opportunities?
Well, he's just getting more comfortable. We say this all the time. You should run offense to score. A lot of times young kids just run offense because they're supposed to run offense. And he's starting to figure out where his shots are coming from. He's starting to have confidence that I want him to be aggressive, but the thing about it is he still only took 16 shots. I mean, it's not like he's hunting shots, but he's going to have a game where he gets 21, 22 looks and shoots the ball like that, he could have a really big night for us moving forward.
Coach, it seemed like the biggest smile you gave during the game was when Frank hit his three in
Yeah.
the second half. Why were you so happy about that?
Well, I thought Frank had really struggled. I thought he made a couple of plays that weren't good plays, and I thought he was having a hard time guarding Kane, obviously. And but he, he's a little competitor, and he doesn't know. He doesn't have any idea, and that's one of the great things about him. He'd be like a quarterback; he can't remember his interceptions. He can't remember that, and that's what makes him. That's why he's going to be a really good player, is because he just remembers the good things, and he knows the next, or believes, and his heart knows the next one's going in. So that was a big shot for us. I think we were up 3, and that put it back to 6, but that was certainly a big play for us.
Bill, how tough are you guys to guard right now? I mean, Perry starts off
Yeah.
great tonight, and nobody's even asked about him.
I know he had a quiet 20, didn't he? Perry played great. The thing about Iowa State, we had a size advantage, and we wanted to play inside out, and so we played inside out early. Even when we made perimeter shots, they were after the ball's been touched inside, and then we got away from that and tried to play outside in, and obviously that didn't work as well. But I think we're getting hard to guard because we're able to score in all 5 spots. It's easy to guard, not easy, but it's easier to guard a team when you have to defend 3 spots, or you have to defend 4 spots, and you can have one guy as a rover, one guy as a help guy, and things like that. And that's why Iowa State's hard to guard, because you got to defend all 5 spots, and they can stretch it. So we're obviously not a perimeter shooting team like Iowa State, but we did shoot it well tonight. And when the ball moves and it doesn't stick, and we get rotation, we are getting where we're fairly hard to guard.
Is there an update on Connor?
Well, he hurt his knee 2 days ago and couldn't practice yesterday and can't go today. But the X-rays are negative, so he just got a bruised knee. But I'm not overly optimistic that it's going to be, he's going to be back tomorrow. I think it's day to day, but I think he could be out a little bit. And Tariq, he could have played, but that would be a hard game for a guy on one leg out there playing, chasing, hanging around, and so that was probably the best that we didn't do that. I thought Landon played well, but it was a hard matchup for him too.
If you had to identify one area where you still really want to see a lot of improvement, is it defensively?
No, I would say, well, yeah, we always got to get better defensively. I mean, they shot 48% in our building, but they're good. I mean, that's a good offensive team. But to me, I don't know who said it earlier. Maybe it was Kevin about, we're getting where we're hard to guard, but our stats offensively can be a little bit inflated because we waste too many possessions. I mean, some of our turnovers are just unbelievable. We get a steal and we just throw it away. I mean, we have so many of those a game. If we can eliminate 4 of those a game, I really think that you'll see us be better offensively. That would be the one thing. And of course, obviously, we need to continue to try to get better defensively.
You a big Trey Songz fan?
Bottoms up.